Following the signs. Hey, tapping into the energy. We're just going to see where this one goes. I guess the best way to say this reading starts is last night in my bed. And I experienced a visual of being on like this ride. And there's two carts and coming down the cart, and then they separate. And these carts are going in completely different directions. So there's been like someone's changed timelines here. Someone has really changed up the algorithm here. We can basically put it this way. But it's as if there's been clarity that has come to a situation. And this clarity has invoked in someone this, I wouldn't say it's a rebellion, but it's a shift in the trajectory of their life. Okay, so let's dive in. I'd pulled some cards, and then on the ground, as I was coming to sit back down, here she was. Someone here could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone here is, knows when to say enough's enough. Okay, and someone's had to emotionally detach themselves at this time in order to gain clarity, in order to think with their head, not their heart in a situation. Now, this could have occurred in a connection. Now, this could have been a connection that was very passionate, one of those ones that really, has you on your knees one minute, has you higher than the moon the next, and a lot of unhealed qualities within this connection. And it's like two individuals very much knowing that these things are within a connection, but unable to move past them together. There's, someone's wanting to, and someone's not doing the work. And it's caused this moment of truth, this clarity, this cutting through the bullshit. The mutual energy I see between here is that, after trying to make things work, there's been like a recognition here of, moving away from the toxic habits that occur within relationships. We've got the Three of Cups, the Devil, and the Knight of Swords. This could have been quite impulsive, this decision that's come in. And it's a want to break free from the cycle, the ongoing cycle. Yes, there were good times. Yes, there was love here. However, we both don't want the same things here. There's no coming together of this connection in the long term. And so in your energy, the viewer, you're showing up here as the Magician. This is from the Spirits and Shadows deck. But it's like you've really had to, burn away in life, transform, smolder. And there's been a lot of trauma that's stuck with you throughout your life. You could have found yourself in very repetitive cycles where you are healing yourself along the way and noticing more about the connections that you enter into based on the work that you have done on yourself. So you're very much recognizing when there's red flags and when there isn't. But, something's occurred where it's just been like, not giving up the fight, but it's like, I don't want to die here. Like, I want to live. I haven't been through everything I've been through just to keep staying where I am. So I'm willing to let this part of me, this unhealed part of me, die. This part of me that wants to keep trying and continually holding space, that wants to keep looking past, toxic wounds that go deep and require consistency and acknowledgement in order to be able to move past them and move forward in life. And it's like you've rediscovered something about yourself. It's like a self-empowerment has reoccurred, re-ruptured within you here. And you're burning that torch for you. Ready to ignite something in your life. You know, if I got nothing, I've got my fucking willpower here. You know, you could be an earth sign, Gemini as well, significantly, or you could have some fire in your chart. But there, you know, you're sitting pretty at the moment in, you know, your self-respect, your confidence, how you are outwardly showing yourself to the world. There's a lot of get up and go energy about you, and whatever it is that you're working on is highly inspiring to those around you. And it's really giving you this momentum of being able to keep moving forward with your life. Now, whoever you have been dealing with, this other party, you know, this is someone, you know, this person's showing up with the mischief energy, with the 3 cats. Not last night, but the night before, 3 black cats came knocking on my door. I went out to let them in, but they hit me on the head with a rolling pin. You know, someone's been playing the part here. Someone's been quite deceptive around you. And someone's had, you know, other people involved or been showing you, you know, a little display of some different personalities within themselves. You know, 1 minute, yes, I do want to do the work. I do want this. I'm not pulling away. But the next minute, they're up to their same old shit. And, you know, this separation that has occurred, like this person currently is very oblivious to the fact of, you know, what am I actually fucking doing here in my life? This is a bit of an opportunist, someone that's on to the next thing. Like, you know, yep, that's done. Let's move on to the next scenario here. This could be an Aries or a Leo, but this is someone that's like disappointed in the outcome of their life. You know, when they actually sit back and think about where they're currently at and where they could be heading, there's a lot of disappointment here. There's a lot of delays this person experiences. And the delays are running off their own energy because they're operating on a very low vibration. And this could be masked with this, like, you know, gusto that they have to go and try new things. But I feel like you're really seeing that now as immaturity and some impulsiveness. This person's got a real lack of willpower or a lack of, you know, effort in putting into what they work on. They don't plan much ahead and they don't think much about the decisions that they're making at the time. This is a very in the moment person, and let's clean up the mess later. So I feel like this, you know, this shift, you know, when it's occurred, there's been like a mutual, like, yeah, that's it. Like, let's go our separate ways. So where to next for you? Where to next for you here? Okay. Some of you could be looking at a new connection, investing in a new connection. What's this 2 of Cups here? Yeah. You sort of hit that point, you know, this could be when it's like, well, what next? Where am I going? Now that I've finally, you know, left this behind and chosen myself here. And it's led you to a connection. This could be a water sign. This is someone that you feel very seen by. Could have been just like an instant gratification, that soul recognition. Someone very reciprocal to you, and you know, you could have shared like quite an intimate conversation that's now got you really thinking about, you know, where it could head. How are you being viewed by this person? Temperance in the reverse. We've got the 3 of Swords here. 10 of Wands reversed. 7 of Cups reversed. You could, this person could feel maybe it's a little soon for you. This person could maybe you discuss what you've recently been through, the pains of the past, heartbreak, bonded over heartbreak maybe here. But yeah, with the Temperance in reverse, like this person can see that, you know, you're not confused when it comes to your emotions and what you're feeling. And you have released something that's been, you know, quite heavy for you. But the fact that this Three of Swords is still here, like this person has a bit of a concern. What is that Three of Swords? Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Is this like a work connection? How does the Ace of Pentacles relate to the collective? Queen of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. You know, someone else here may be already in a commitment or have feelings elsewhere. This could also be this could be, for some of you, this could be said person coming back around, old mischief mayhem here. But for others of you, this is a situation where, you know, maybe someone emotionally, this has come in for somebody at a time where they may not be able to give back to you. Got Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces energy here. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse. You might have moved on to something and someone's heart's somewhere else at this time. We've got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Something could be quite rushed here. Yeah, this could very much be with somebody that is just very closed off to a connection at this time, regardless of the mutual feelings that they feel. What do we got here? Page of Wands. Empress in the reverse. There is someone is definitely investing in something that isn't growing currently. You know, there's been no beginning with somebody else. Someone has been unwilling to transform, and someone could definitely be dealing with a Scorpio here, or someone could be Scorpio. I'm getting a lot of watery energy here. But there's been like an inability to transform or to change something. You know, someone's got a lot of investment in their emotions behind an opportunity that they're waiting to happen, or the new opportunities that they can now experience. What's the advice here? Because I'm feeling like it's making no sense. What is the advice here? All right, we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse, the Moon, and the Ten of Cups. Someone could be dealing with a Cancerian. There's like nostalgia, but it could be a bit of an illusion here. You know, something's being hidden, something hasn't yet been revealed. Like, and it could really feel like it's meant to you know, be this. It could potentially lead to this. But with the moon here, it's like daydreaming almost. It's like a, yeah, you're going to have to use your clarity and discernment in this situation. Yeah, disharmony here. Need to be thinking logically. What is it that this collective are needing to work on within themselves in order to get to where they need? King of Wands here, your confidence could even be like a business that you're working on. Maybe now isn't the time to focus on love, although like he's down for it. Of course he is. But he's not sitting around waiting for it either. You know, he goes for what he wants. And, you know, also sits back and lets the deliveries come in too. So there's something here calling you to self-focus and to reignite, you know, what makes you fulfilled, what makes you happy, what makes you feel passionate. Because what is blocking, like what's bringing this cycle back around? Four of Wands and the Sun. There's like a, you know, you want happiness in a relationship, in, you know, something long lasting, a home, a family. Closing advice. The Star, Four of Cups, King of Swords, and the Chariot. It's like once you really decide to move forward in your life, you know, from a healed space, and really, you know, recognizing what dissatisfies you about the connections that you're in, you know, what opportunities you're missing because of the connections that you're in or because of the headspace you're currently at. But it's like once you make this decision to really, you know, see things for what they are and to be open and willing to look into yourself and be like, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe that is the honest truth right now. You know, and you will be able to overcome whatever it is that is holding you back here. I'm going to close this one out. If you enjoyed it, if it resonated, love to hear it. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao.